come unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy, which was born of 4. And when they could not come nigh unto him for the press, they uncovered the roof where he was. And when they had broken it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay. When Jesus, hear what I want you to get. When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee. Let's go back. When Jesus saw their faith. Amen. Last week I preached, Roger, I said, your faith will change your situation. My faith will change my situation. Watch this. Watch this. Let me talk to you this way. This week, the sermon is, your faith can change somebody else's situation.
Amen. Amen.
Now, that's why we had to do all that worship. You see what I mean? Because if we hadn't done all that worship, folk would have looked at me a little cross-eyed, because they say, Pastor, you've been preaching and been hooking us up on how our faith affect our life. I ain't know you gonna go to this thing about somebody else. You know, I love folk and everything, but my prayer life is for me right now. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister. Come on, talk to me. Not the preacher, not the commander, me. Oh, I used to sing that foolishness. Come on, talk to me. I used to sing it. I used to sing, boy, I get that baby. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Ain't nothing wrong with that part, but why did not the preacher? Not really. Let me just say this. God did not give you this measure of faith just for you. Woo! Just like you're supposed to share your possessions, God looking for some of us to share our faith. This text right here is amazing to me because, you know, I just told you about Capernaum now. Jesus comes back to Capernaum. He's there again. He's back in this place again. He's been there. This ain't the first time. He been there before. Told you in the first verse, he healed in the first chapter, he healed the leper in Capernaum. Now, here's the thing. When God, the reason why I brought all these folks up here and I wanted them to share what they had done and what God has done for them, I want people to understand that what God does for you is not a selfish thing. In fact, your healing and deliverance came, but it is important for you to know that when you keep that under wraps, you walk up in here like everything is perfect and hunky-dory and everything gonna be all right. When you walk up in here like that, what you do is really mess up the mindset that God want to use you as an example unto the world. Think about it. Let your light so shine before men so that they will see your good works and will glorify God for it. Watch this, watch this. So every time God does a miracle in your life, it ought to make folks see the miracle. And then notice, watch this. None of the disciples, watch this. There's no time that you see whether the disciples are sick, right?
Right.
You don't see no blind disciples, no halt or lame disciples that get healed. You don't see it. Now, Peter's mother-in-law was healed. Watch this. And the minute she was healed, you know what she did? She ministered unto people who came in the house. The minute she was healed, she didn't get up and say, I'm healed. Well, you know, I get that sick. Look, God healed me. I ought to be ready to, come on, talk to me. Hallelujah, hallelujah. God healed me. I ought to be ready now. I'm on fire. It's a football player gonna play today. Some of them been hurt. Some of them been hurt. They're going to take one of them shots and they're going to go out there and play limping. They're going to play hard because now that I'm ready, I'm going to go play. I wish some Christians would get ready for their game. And look, when you play football, here's the thing. You don't know what the other guy going to do.
All right.
Last night, Lorenzo Carter, I was so happy he finally acted like he got some sense. He came back there, he called the phone. Soon as he called the phone, I've been going off on the offensive coordinator all night. Because he ain't running the ball for Georgia. And then he called a play that I would have called. You at the 50-yard line, you just got the ball. You let that quarterback air that thing out. Get the fastest man, run down there, catch the ball, and go and score that touchdown. Fastest man on the field is a guy named McCole Hartman. He's one of the fastest people on this earth. He's from somewhere down in South Georgia. That joker can fly. He took off. He was 3 yards behind the other man. Had to wait for the ball. Caught the ball, had it in his hand, and he dropped. Y'all act like y'all life ain't been like that.
All right.
God done lined it up, stop the demon, God, stop the enemy from jumping on you, and you ready, and now he run a play just for you, and you run it down, you by yourself. You know what I liked about it? And I told somebody, I said, we grew up last night. You know how I know we grew up? Because later on in the game, they threw it back to him again. Y'all act like God ain't never threw it back to you again. Y'all act like God ain't never sent it back to you again. Y'all act like God ain't never done it for you. You messed up, but he said, I'm going to give you another.
Amen. Right.
You know, a lot of places are mementos in your life. One time, Reverend Delaney gave their testimony about being in Columbia at Booker T. Washington Homes, one of the oldest projects in the state of Georgia. He gone now. You can't even go down there and see where it was. But what happened, he was down there, you know, buying him a little bit, and the dude sold him something bad. He tried to go around the building, and the dude met him with a bullet. Hallelujah. He said something held him back that could have killed him. But the Lord didn't mean for him to die then.
Amen.
Y'all ain't feeling that. In other words, why you saying all that, Pastor? Because what God doing for you ain't for somebody. Ain't just for you. It's for somebody else. Which brings me to this text today. In this text, we got a helpless man. And a whole lot of us been in helpless situations.
All right.
A whole lot of us been in so bad that if it were left up to us, we wouldn't, be real. Come on, be real.
Amen.
If it were left up to you, you'd still be in that dirty place.
Amen.
If it were left up to you, you'd still be in that Negro bed. Come on, tell me. If it were left up to you, you'd still be just as broke as you were in. If it were left up with you, you'd still be in the jail. Come on, talk to me. If it were left up to you, you'd still be out. Oh, this shot was in there. Maybe somebody, let me tell you something. If somebody in this church got you feeling shame today, you need to rebuke that demon right now. And I ain't talking about the folk, I'm talking about you being shamed. Because I'm telling you right now, God has delivered some of us out of stuff that we didn't even ask him to get out of. It was because God's mercy is so. We were stuck in that stuff. This man was laying on that bed. He was sick, and there wasn't nothing he could do about it. He could have. I'm sure he was saying, Lord, I sure don't want to have a policy, but he couldn't get away. He had no way to get there.
Amen.
Here's the thing. There was a crowd of selfish folk. There was a crowd of selfish folk. There was a crowd of folk that's worried about themselves. They were squeezed in to a preaching service. Because Jesus came not into the world to condemn the world, but the world through him might be saved. They got a crowd of folk squeezed in. They can't get there. So they have to come up with something. 4 brothers, 4 men, 4 people, 4 guys. Had one thing in common. They had to hold up their aim. If I had to name it, I'd say that it had to be Brother Compassion. Hallelujah. They had to be Brother Creativity. Had to be compassionate, had to be creative. Had to be some people, had to be 4 guys that understood teamwork.
Amen.
So Brother Cooperative had to be there.
Okay.
One of the things that if you want to get better at something, you got to understand that a lot of this stuff you can't do by yourself.
Okay.
That teamwork make the dream work.
All right. Amen. Amen.
See, here go the thing. Here go the thing. My position in football, which is probably why I didn't play long, was offensive line. And most folk don't notice an offensive lineman till he messed up. They don't even know he's on the field until he missed a block. But a good offensive lineman understand that I can't block all 11 of them folk by myself.
Amen.
But they understand that I got a job to do, but this joker by me got a job to do. One day, one of my favorite students, y'all know I coached him, Kanari Gates, played left tackle for the University of Georgia, and he went up against Jadavian Clowney, his first time going against him. And everybody knew he wasn't quick enough to block Jadavian Clowney. Not many people in the world would. And the plan was to use a running back to help him. So with Kennard, this is what Kennard told me, because it made him look bad in the game, look bad. They talked about him all the way through, and you know, I'm from Greenwood, I'm going off, because they talking about him, I'm going off on the folk that talking about it, but at the same time we losing, you know what I'm saying? But why they stand up, man? What Kennard told me, stand right there. What he's supposed to do was he's supposed to take Jadavian on this side, and somebody else supposed to take him on this side. But when Kennard would take him on this side and this person don't do his job, Jadavian just make a spin and go get the quarterback. And everybody up there saying, 72 ain't no good. So we don't think about it. If we don't understand the concept of teamwork, hallelujah, y'all ain't felt that. Ushers don't stand up, but the choir do. Hallelujah. But and then everybody looking at, boy, there's something wrong with that church. Preacher acting right, but the pianist fool. Or the pianist acting right, the preacher don't went cuckoo today. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Y'all act like y'all ain't never been there. Hallelujah. Sunday school messed up, but Bible study, Bible study mess up, and Sunday school is hard. But we get back, it's got to be team. Amen. James, if all 4 men don't do their part, it's going to be pitiful. Amen. It's going to be a disaster. Because a man with the policy is going to be not laying on the ground. If all 4 men don't do their part. Somebody got to get together and say, you hold your part and I hold mine. Somebody got to do it. And when you do what God tells, when you are compassionate, when you're cooperative, hallelujah, God there will be presented obstacles in your path. That's why you got to have, brother, keep creativity. You can't have no choir if you ain't got no brother or sister creativity. Because sometimes the marching in ain't working right. Sometimes the sopranos and the altos ain't flowing right. Somebody got to get creative up in there and say, wait a minute, maybe we need to put a bridge in. Y'all ain't feeling that up in here. You need to sing and be creative in your life. God got some obstacles in your path, and all he wants you to do is start being creative. Yeah, you broke. Whoop de do. God said, I gave you some talent. Use your talent. Yeah, they done fired you. Ain't you got a lawnmower? Ride down to this so-and-so house and say, baby, if you and undercut the joker, cut it down. Well, he do it for 50, I do it for 45. Let me go and get that. I need somebody in here to understand that. You a teacher, can't understand the children? That's all right. Guess what? If you take one of them children to the side, maybe you got a mama pay you to tutor them children, and that'll be something to supplement.
All right now. All right.
Like we ain't never been hustlers before. You gonna look at your neighbor and say, we've been hustlers a long time. Don't let them street boys take away your word. Don't let them take that word. Y'all done turned it back to, yeah, man, that's a bad word. No, it ain't a bad. Black folk been hustling a long time. If we weren't selling green, we were selling something else. Come on, talk to me. If we weren't taking in folk clothes and washing them, we were helping folk do that. Now you better talk to me. We did it all. Saying, you keep asking to be a millionaire. I done gave you enough $1 million idea that you could have been a millionaire 3 or 4 times. Mark Zuckerberg is a millionaire because of Facebook. Boy, we've been doing stuff like that forever. We the most gossiping, talking as folk. We make sure we ain't that but social creep. Creative. Anybody else in here creative? Well, I'm gonna be creative with mine. You need to be creative. Look at you. Can I just help you with one more thing? I still can't stand this job. I still can't stand it. Okay, you can't stand the job. Can I give you a quick hint? Why don't you learn some of the stuff on that job? Y'all ain't feeling that up in here. You need to learn enough on that job. Look, it's a black man. His name is Lonnie Johnson. He is y'all can look him up on the internet. He's in California. I met him back in 1991. He worked for Jet Propulsion Laboratory. He worked there. He was an engineer. While he was at Jet Propulsion Laboratory, he was noticing the way they were using the jet propulsion technology. He decided to take some plastic, come on, talk to me, and put it together and make a gun, which is a water gun. Y'all ain't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Called the Super Soaker. And he took his Super Soaker and became a millionaire from it. You ought to be able to be creative. You might not like that job, but learn what they're teaching you on it so you can use it for yourself. They were creative. You got me where I can't go in this door? Okay. Let me glaze up. Cause we gon' get you in there. Can't you see the old palsy man? Cause y'all know some of us got palsy. See, it ain't get palsy in the physical, it's palsy in the mental. If some of us got some palsy in our head, what we say, well, I knew it wasn't gonna work. I knew it when y'all better talk to me. Come on, ain't too many black folks in here for us not to be shouting on that one right there. Hallelujah, I knew it wasn't gonna work. You know, don't ever work for me. Look, I got a mess with her with a pretty self on them. She's 44 years old and it look good. Look, y'all, by the way, y'all really have been praying for me. Not when I did speak, but y'all working on that part, but I wasn't frustrated. But what, I wasn't going off on folks. But the problem, I was in Atlanta where everybody speaks, so it didn't matter. I probably would have slowed one on there and stayed in Atlanta. Y'all know how it is. One day, Sante had on his Shaw off the shoulder blue outfit last night. We at the hotel chilling and taking pictures. And some old white dude standing up there, and he just looking. I said, oh, you need to get by. He said, no, I was just admiring how pretty she is. You prayed for me last night. You prayed for me. Y'all prayed. You did it in your mom. You prayed for me. I said, what? I said, yeah, she sure is pretty. Wait, and he ain't just leave it there. He just leave it there. He said, I said, well, what, since you're looking, can you take a picture of her? Yeah, I'll be happy to. He said, I know this is not your wife. Praying with me. Y'all were praying with me. Tashara, you were praying for me last night. You didn't know what you were praying for. You know how the Lord just puts you in your mind. Somebody woke up and said, Lord, bless my pastor. Holding back his anger. Why did years ago, I didn't want to tell, but years ago, Shantae, I wanted a trip. And the way I wanted the trip, they used my data from Foot Locker. And the trip was an all-expensive cruise to Bahamas, to Mexico. Hallelujah. It was, and the key West, it was off the chain. Everything was paid for. Everything was paid for. We didn't have to pay for nothing. We just walked on the boat and said, hey, let's go. Watch it. The day we got ready to win, I knew I was in the running because I knew the number. I knew the numbers you needed. Well, Shantae go. So when I won, I called. This is how I told her. I ordered some roses and sent them to the job. And on the roses, I told them to put on there, get ready for a cruise. That's what I put on there. So I called Shantae. And first thing she said, did we win? You know how she said? And so I said, no. I knew we don't never win nothing. And I'm mad, because all month I've been telling you, baby, I think I got a good chance. Boy, my numbers are up. Because they were based on a lot of things. I said, I'm up $200,000. I'm up a high percentage. I said, I know I got this, I know I got that. I sell what they call ESP, that's the extra stuff other than shoes. I say I'm elite number 2 or number 3 in that. I said, I got a good chance. They were taking all the numbers and putting them on there. And I knew I had a good chance to win. She gonna say that. I said, So about an hour later, she called her. But in reality, that's how we are in life. We go. We'll never get nothing anyway. No, we apply for a job, don't get it. Well, you not know we're going to get it. When you get like that, you know who you need to surround you. You need 4 folk like in this store. Yeah, I said 4. You need 4. You need 4 showed up folk. You need folks around you that gonna think up while you think down. Come on, talk to me. You need folks around you that when your head get down, they gonna lift you up. You need folks around you that when you cussing your own self out, they start blessing you. I wish I had somebody like that today. You need some people in your life that are gonna speak those things that are not as though they were, and they shall appear. You need folks in your life that when the Lord bless you, they cheer for you and not start figuring out ways to take from you. That you need folks in your life that doing stuff for you and ain't caring what you do back for them. You need folks like that. Can't you see these folk? And they carry me.
Amen.
Can't you see Mr. Creative say, man, don't worry about that. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I know another way in. I used to have a house just like that. That little roof up there, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. We can take a part back just enough to let him down. Amen. Can't you see him, Mr. Carpenter, and say, yeah, we can do it, but we got to work together. Amen. Somebody got to climb.
All right now.
And when somebody got to climb, that means somebody else got to take on, watch this, somebody else got to take on 2 positions. Y'all didn't feel that. See, wait, think about it. Come on, Preston, woman, come and preach with me anyway. Come on, Preston. Come on, man. Come on, Jane. Come on, Jane. What, you get your car ready. You get your car. Come on, Jane, you get you a car. Hallelujah. Makita, you come on get a car. You done done that before, so you know the deal. Hallelujah, hallelujah. See, what we got to stop thinking about is if things all go perfect, then this is how things will be. Watch this. We gotta have, look, this is what's going on right now. There are people who need to evacuate that could not evacuate because they don't have the means to evacuate. Mama been fussing at me about this a long time. Why is your car at the house with no gas in it? Here go the killer. All these lying folks up in here, that's what killing me. We and Kiki got our hands up, so we already know. We drive by that joker, the gang, we drive by it and they going, and I got enough to make it home. Well, what if something happened? Man, I don't know about y'all, but my mom used to say, you better put on clean underwear because if an accident happens, just about if everything go hunky-dory. What if something happened? We ought to be prepared, emergency, for what if that joker you married ain't worth 10 cents. You ought to have a little bit of something back in your coat. That when that joker walk up out that door, he ain't walking up without everything. Some folks can't say bye, 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 but you ain't got that. You see ant, they got something on their back. Total. Rare time do you see an ant just eating. He don't eat till he take it back home. And he ain't gonna start eating till he got enough stored up for the days when our dumb self didn't leave no crumbs. Y'all better talk to me. When we start vacuuming up everything, the ants say sooner or later they gonna start cleaning up this house, and I ain't gonna have no food. I need to go and restore up some stuff. You know that? You know what else with the ant? He ain't by himself. The ant say, give me some more ants, because look, baby, look, we gonna get all this, so we ain't gonna leave nothing up over there. We getting it all. Y'all grab it, pick it up. But when you land in your hurt, in your pain, you have nothing to get you to where you need to go.
All right now.
But you got some friends, some folk. You know, to be honest, we don't know whether they're friends or foes. We don't know who these folk were. We don't know who they were. It didn't say 4 of his buddies. It didn't say his 4 older brothers. It didn't say the gangster disciple. It didn't say, come on, talk to him. It didn't say nothing about no Crips or no Bloods. You know what it said? He was born of 4. 4 people picked him up and carried him. Don't start walking toward him. Just carry him. Just carry him. Just carry him. Who in here know that God got somebody ordained to bless you? Y'all act like y'all ain't there. Y'all keep going to the hallelujah. Hallelujah. They just flip around. Somebody here don't know this, but sometimes when you at your worst, and then what happened with A3 that night? Sometimes you don't even know. And get what? You know what? If you haven't given in your worship, nobody would have gave to you in your necessity. Y'all ain't feeling that. If she had come up in here that night and said, well, you know, well, I ain't got no car to get here. I ain't got that. Me and A and me and Ashley, we don't feel like singing. We host, you know, favorite. I be wanting to just throw them quartet groups away. We just host, we gonna do it. Maybe if you stop telling us you host, you can sing through that. You using some of your hostness to sing. To talk, stop talking and sing. But you know what them folk did? They kept on. Come on. But they run into an obstacle. They run into an obstacle. You know what most of them do when we run into an obstacle? Y'all put it down, Y'all turn around, go back to the back. But that's what most of them do. And you know what our testimony be after that? Well, I ain't even call it a testimony, but your account of the tale is, well, we tried. Yeah, what you say? Say that part again.
Must not be in the Lord's will.
That's it. The Lord didn't mean to get there. If obstacles, think about that statement right there. If obstacles would show you whether God was for you or against, we would never know where we were. Man, Abraham went through so many obstacles. Jesus went through so many obstacles. David went through so many obstacles.
Amen.
That man would have been stuck right there. You know, and you know another thing they could have formulated in their mind? Well, if we leave him right here, when Jesus leaves, he'll see it. I mean, the man at the gate, ain't that what they did with him every day? Well, they just put it down and just sit there every day. He was sitting there like that. And you know what folk like y'all will do? Y'all will see that poor man there and say, no, not business. Or have our prayer. Lord, praise the Lord. This your prayer that Sunday. Yeah, I got 2 legs and I can walk. And that man laying on their bed, saying crazy stuff like that. Got 2 eyes and I can see. It is blind folks in the church. You know, where that prayer come from? Why did they say that in the Lord's Prayer? Huh? He ain't said nothing about that, did he?
No.
What I'm saying is, come on back, y'all, get y'all over. But creative folk come up with an idea. Come up with a situation. Come up with a way around your obstacle. Or better yet, a way over your obstacle. That's what I want y'all to do. Y'all gonna have to lift it up over here. Y'all, both of y'all gonna have to come on this side. Come on. Y'all gonna have to come on this side. Get to the front. Hallelujah. Sometimes in life, you gotta figure out a way to get over your obstacle. Because as soon as they did that, Jesus responded with that. Jesus said, the Bible said, when he saw their faith. Wait, how do you see faith? Wait a minute. Come on, man. How do you see faith? Wait a minute. Let me see. Now, faith is the substance of things. The evidence of things not seen. Wait. Watch this. Hold on, Christian standard. Get what he said. It said, now, faith is the reality of things hoped for. Woo, the reality. Somebody felt that. How do you see faith? This is how you see faith. How do I know? Didn't y'all talk about the circumcision this morning? And then y'all say about the circumcision. You can't see the circumcision. If I'm circumcised, don't nobody know or not. Ain't no circumcised chick at the door, so we can't have that, right? We ain't got no circumcision chick at the right. We ain't got no circumcision, no circumcision divine like they have at the airport. No, just take him out. We ain't got none of that, right? Right. And then also it said, watch Watch it. Didn't y'all say also, even when you've been circumcised in the heart, you can't see it. But what can you see? You can see the works. I'm here to tell you, baby, God sees your works. That's why he told the church at Smyrna, I see your work. Come on, talk to me. I see your work. I saw y'all. In fact, this is what Jesus said. Man, I saw y'all when y'all picked him up. I saw y'all when you formulated in your mind that I'm fixing to get him to Jesus. I saw y'all when y'all came to the obstacle, but yet you did not stop. I saw you saying, even though folk lying on you, you gonna keep on going. I saw you saying, even though some folks saying it can't be done, you gonna keep on going. I saw you paying your tithe when you owed some bill. I saw you keep giving unto the Lord. I saw you coming to church even when other things happened to you. I saw your heart when you had to work every Sunday, but you said, Lord, if you just let me off, I'll be in church every Sunday. I wish I had some help in here. I saw when Jesus saw that faith.
Amen.
He said when he saw that faith.
Amen.
He saw that faith. Hear what he said. Man, your sins are forgiven me.
Amen.
Wait a minute. He said. And this man up there told us sin. This is what Jesus does. No matter what you ask for in faith,
All right.
what Jesus does is answer you with what you need.
Amen. All right now.
He looks beyond my faults and sees my needs. This man did not, watch this, it's going to be tough for somebody. He did not need to be healed. If you are not healed, but you are saved,
Amen.
you got a day coming
Come on now. Come on.
that whatever wrong with you now ain't going to be wrong with you no more. If you are healed. But, watch this, if you are healed, but not saved, you're going to be in a worse condition than the other. Come on, talk to me. And Jesus said, thy sins are forgiven me. Because faith speaks to the really essence of God.
All right now.
These four men, for all we know, they could have been four doctors that's been working on palsy all this time. For all we know, they could have been four physicians, but these physicians have said, we can't do it, but you can. And anybody in here know if you ever get to the point where you say, I can't do it, but he can, I need somebody who got to that point to say, I can't do it, but he sure enough can. Look at your neighbor and say, I can't do it, but he can. I can't make my children act right, but he can. I can't get my finances right, but he can. I can't get this relationship right, but he can. I can't make my husband come home, but he can. I can't make my life change, but he can. You know, sometimes the hater make you mad, right? In this text right here, when the first time haters was right on point. Did what they did. Watch, did what they did, child. They said, who are they forgiving sin? Who you think he is? He must be thinking he's God or something. He must be thinking he's special or something. And the Bible says, Jesus, watch this. He said, because you don't believe that the Son of Man can forgive sins on earth.
Amen.
Rise. Take up your bed and walk. Now you know what he really saying now? He telling the four brothers, man, y'all can leave now. Y'all go back. Y'all go ahead. He got it. Y'all helped him. Y'all faith got him here. But now we waiting for his faith. Y'all ain't feeling that today. Now I'm waiting for his faith. Because y'all faith got him far as he can go now. Now I'm waiting for his faith. If that man don't get up, then all of that kept walking and busting up walls and going down in the side, and y'all faith made you whole, would not have meant anything. But see, when your sins have been forgiven, y'all ain't feeling that. When your sins have been forgiven, you got a new walk. You got a new talk. You got a new speech. And you got a new mind. And in your new mind, you say, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. He said, get up. I'm about to get up. He said, jump. I'm about to jump. He said, shout. I'm about to shout. Say it. Somebody that when the Lord tell you to do it, you said, I'm going to do it. Because at his word, I'm going to do it. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Your faith can change somebody else's situation.
Amen.
Sometimes, you know why I know we perfect for each other. Sometimes something happen and I come home acting foolish, getting mad about it. And she'll say, come here, it's gonna be all right, come on. Then the other time she do the same thing. Then I said, what's wrong with you? You know he got it. Huh? I remember one time we needed to do something. And she said, you tell me how much it is. She said, okay, we finna do that. And I'm still fussing. And we've learned that you know when folk mad, you ain't no need to be fussing and arguing. We'll touch and agree and choose you. Lord, touch my blessing. That's why some of your bed praying, I'm helping some married couple now. Some of your bed praying ought to be while others sleep.
Yeah, all right.
Amen.
It's true.
To reach over there.
Amen.
Lord, touch her. The day she went through the day. The day she went through the day. Hallelujah. She needs you, Lord.
Amen.
Because sometimes when Jesus sees your face, it starts working in me.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah. 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 He's real.
He is.
He's real. Ain't he real?
Amen.
Won't he do it?
Amen.
I need some witnesses. Won't he fix it? Won't he put food on your table? Won't he put clothes on your back? Won't he make your enemy behave? Won't he provide for you? I know he'll do it. Woo! I know he'll do it. Hallelujah, God. Though the storm keep raging in my life, and sometimes it's hard to tell the night from day. And that's within us is reassured. Somebody to worry about earning, but the storm don't it'll cancel just keep on. And guess what? Guess what? My soul. been anchored. If you can't say that with reassurance, then it's a possibility that you never were anchored, that you don't know God. And if you don't know God today, I want you to know Him. Who is it today? You don't know Him, but you want to know Him. The storm don't see. By the way, that was for you. And if the wind keep blowing in my life, my soul has been anchored in the Lord. My soul been anchored. 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 My soul been. Winds may blow, storm may rise. I keep my eyes up unto the hill, which cometh my help, because my soul is been anchored. Say yeah! Oh, my soul. You want to accept Jesus? Come. If you want to be a part of this church, be a member of this church, a disciple here, come on down now. Hallelujah. Come on, we thank God for Jesus. Come on and give God some praise. Everybody standing to your feet today. Everybody standing to your feet. We thank you for your word. Thank you for these testimonies. Thank you for traveling grace for Malik. We thank you for Roger. Through 62 different treatments, yet able to stand. Hallelujah. Thank you for it right now, God. Thank you right now. We thank you for time right now. We pray for the CAT scan. We pray for what God is working on in his mind right now. We thank you for it. God, cover this quiet, cover Debbie. Bless her right now, God, in the name of Jesus. Cover, give her every sustenance, everything she needs in the name of Jesus, God. Hallelujah, God. Pour back into her right now, God. Every anointed word that brought through her in the name of Jesus, let it work in her life, God. We thank you, God. God, I pray for Margaret Patterson right now, God. I pray for her family, God. I pray for Donnie. I pray for Dina. I pray for her children, her grandchildren. I pray in the name of Jesus. Glory to your name, God. I thank you, God. God, because when you ask it in your name, it shall be done. We thank you, God. We glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Hallelujah. Amen. 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 My soul.